Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to day 19 of this 30 Days of Mindfulness series. So today I want to talk about something a little bit different, which is how actions all outside off the meditation cushion are integrally tied to a meditation practice. Now, I think this is a little bit less talked about in meditation sometimes, but it's a really important part of practice because obviously the way that we're living our lives when we're going through our day-to-day has an enormous impact on the state of mind that we're in, especially when we sit down to practice. So the general approach that I want to offer in terms of a value or a way of kind of guiding actions is to try to cultivate an approach to life off the cushion, which is one of non-harm towards ourselves and towards others. This is a really central and important part of the Buddhist tradition, which mindfulness comes from. And there's really practical implications for this too. This isn't really offered just as a commandment to do no harm to others, but as a practice, because taking on such an approach is actually beneficial for the person who's doing it as well, right? Not only does it benefit others, but it's beneficial to the practitioner. It leads to a more steady, calm mind, a mind which can see more clearly. So the idea behind this is that, as I was saying earlier, if the mind is continually caught up in worry and regret over actions we may have done or something we're kind of entangled with going on, it's really, really difficult for the mind to settle in meditation. There's an agitation of mind, which is often either in the background and maybe even subconscious sometimes. When, I know for myself, when my actions aren't in line with my values, it's almost like I can't quite tell what's wrong sometimes, but I know something is off, that something is up, and it might take me a minute to kind of realize whether it was something I've done or something I'm thinking about doing coming up that I'm worried about if this is going to affect myself or another in a negative way. So having a reference point for a basic state of ease or calm, which we can develop in meditation, can be really helpful in guiding as a guiding factor as we live our lives. As the mind begins to just settle a little bit into even, some of these basic meditations I'm doing here, I'm hoping that you have a reference point for what a calm mind, what a slightly stable mind is starting to feel like, what a balanced or a clear mind is, even a glimpse into that perspective. Now, this can be helpful because then as we move through our lives and maybe our actions are not in line with some of the values we may hold, you can start to feel this in the mind, in the body, in the heart, in the mind. Something begins more clear. Something's off here. And so this reference point of stability, clarity in meditation can be helpful in actually impacting our lives off the cushion in a positive way. So with that being said, I think it's always helpful to take some time to practice for a bit here, and we'll sit for a little under 10 minutes, and then I'll offer some reflection at the end for you to take with you. So just finding your own posture, which is upright and supported with your own sense of dignity, wherever you are right now. Knowing that you have every right to be here just as much as anyone else does. it feels comfortable, allowing the eyes to close or resting your gaze in front of you. And to begin, just setting down the mind's need to be preoccupied with the plans or worries, and releasing the mind into a wide and open awareness of this body breathing. This awareness, which is so central to the human experience, but is rarely taken the time to be noticed. So just settling into your own experience of what is hearing. Towards your experience of the awareness which is sensing the body, and inviting a spacious, open, and alert attentiveness to the body and the breath. Releasing the mind from what is not needed, and softening the body. Inviting ease into the muscles of the forehead, the face, and the jaw. And allowing the shoulder blades to ease back and downwards. Allowing your awareness to feel balanced on the rhythm of the breath. And softening with each exhalation through the chest and the stomach. And settling down into this base of the body, your sit bones and the legs and feet, and just feeling the contact with the floor or the cushion beneath you. Inviting the mind to settle into this body. And thinking may be happening, and we can just allow them to float right through the awareness. Not a problem. They can fall to the background as we invite the mind to settle into ease and presence with the simple sensations of breath. Thoughts about the day or who we are may come and go, and it's not a problem. Just acknowledging them and reaffirming that right now, just being here with this body and with this breath. And for this last minute or so, just taking some time to notice any degree of ease or clarity in your experience. Just taking in your direct experience, this as a reference point for your life. So thank you for taking the time to sit and practice. And I hope that this has been helpful. And what I want to offer as you move through your next day is just to consider some of your own values and how these values and actions in your life may impact your state of mind, your quality of mind. And this is meant to be an exploratory practice, not one of judgment or of raining down judgment on oneself, but just as a means of exploring this action. Those things that which are in line with values and why that feels good in the body, in the mind, in the heart, and also just exploring if there are any areas where you feel like there might be some dissonance in your life, because this can be helpful to just be a little sign. There's something here which maybe needs to be looked into a little bit further. And again, this is not a ethical judgment handed down from above, but it's meant to be a practice. So again, hope this was helpful and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Be well.